We joined the launch ceremony of the autobiography by senior city volunteer Huang-Cai Kuan. A man who attempted suicide changed his outlook on life thanks to volunteers' companionship. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Su. Thank you for joining us. Tzu Chi volunteer Huang-Cai Kuan, who's from Changhua, has been doing Tzu Chi's work for more than 30 years. This year, she celebrates her 101st birthday. Her life is full of amazing stories. Through the assistance of a writer and many documenting volunteers, her autobiography has been completed. On July 20th, it was her birthday and also the launch of her book.
This is the book launch of Tzu Chi volunteer Huang-Cai Kuan's autobiography. Huang-Cai Kuan has lived a full and exciting life. She lost her husband early on in her marriage and had to take care of her children on her own. After meeting Tzu Chi, she seizes all opportunities to give back to society. And at the age of 101, her health and longevity could be attributed to her selfless giving.
Eating vegetarian food, say positive words, do good things, and always have gratitude in your heart. Exercise and keep your spirit up.
This book launch has been 2 years in the making, and it took over 20 documenting volunteers' combined efforts to complete this, from initial interviews to cover design.
These pictures really capture Sister Cai Kuan's essence. In the past 100 years, she's lived a difficult life, but she has always kept an upbeat demeanor throughout.
Huang-Cai Kuan's life story has also been made into a DaAi drama called A Kuan.
She seizes all moments in life to give. She also mentioned that this is her secret to longevity. It's because she continues to volunteer and keeps her spirits up and happy. She really is a model for us to follow and prime example.
Her interviews to writing the scripts to filming and finally post-production. Her life has moved me completely.
July 20th happens to be Huang-Cai Kuan's 101st birthday. She regularly volunteers at the Taichung Tzu Chi Hospital, and on this day, she isn't absent from her responsibility. The staff at the hospital help celebrate her birthday.
Sister Cai Kuan isn't only living her life to the fullest, but her Dharma wisdom has lit up the hospital.
She cuts the cake to start the celebration. Gifting longevity buns to everyone, Huang-Cai Kuan also passes the blessing and love forward to more people.
Tzu Chi volunteers from Malaysia, Sandakan, regularly visit the seniors in nursing homes to help them with some physical therapy. After a year of companionship, the seniors are not only physically well, but also emotionally.
Every Tuesday, Tzu Chi volunteers from Sandakan and rehabilitation nurses will head to the nursing home to help the seniors with physical therapy.
In the beginning, they didn't accept participating in this event, but now it's been about a year and we have seen vast improvements in their acceptance. Now they participate with confidence and look forward to each rehabilitation day. It seemed that the seniors' arms and legs were stiff in the beginning. Now that they've done rehabilitation exercises for a while, they can raise their hands and feet. And some can even walk on rock reflexology walking path. Seeing their improvements, I'm motivated to help and have a sense of accomplishment.
We
have been working with Tzu Chi on this rehabilitation program. This is to help the senior citizens realize, though they are older, they can still be active. When they feel good physically, their minds and spirit will reflect their goodness.
Kena aktif lah, biarpun sudah tua, sentiasa ceria lah, begitulah.
As the body slows down with the sign of aging, it's important to exercise to prevent further deterioration. Thanks to the volunteers' companionship, these seniors have found confidence once more.
One Indian family in Selangor, Malaysia, had 2 car accidents in the same year. The younger brother was injured severely that he became paralyzed. City volunteers came forth to help them and also asked the Social Welfare Department to help them apply for disability benefits.
Tzu Chi worked as a security guard. In 2017, he became paralyzed and bedridden because he was hit by a tow truck. His older brother Changhua was also hit by a car. This accident changed the lives of these 2 brothers.
Shortly after the accident, I couldn't walk. I had to use the wheelchair. Medications didn't work. So I went to a traditional Chinese medicine doctor and had acupuncture. Then I can stand up.
After the 2 brothers lost their jobs, the aging mother has to care for them and also Chanhua's 2 children with the meager retirement pension of her late husband.
Tzu Chi is helping Chandra's children with their school bus fees.
Kuala Lumpur and Selangor Tzu Chi volunteers invited social welfare department officials to help them.
Since we meet you the first time for Tzu Chi, you all was helping for the medicine first and for the buy the pampers things. Then you arrange for the kebajikan. Actually, we totally don't have idea. We don't know how to do because everything is a Tzu Chi help. If you never push them, the cart also we won't get.
We can use the resources from society to give light to the forgotten corners. Tzu Chi volunteers will continue helping this family so they will not feel lonely and helpless.
Tzu Chi volunteers in Malaysia help a paralyzed care recipient install DaAi TV to improve his quality of life. Team members also visited him to check on his health condition. However, at last, this man could not find his medical condition anymore and passed away. Despite this, Tzu Chi volunteers will stay by his family's side, caring for them.
Tzu Chi care recipient Sasi Kumar was involved in a car accident that left him paralyzed. Volunteers from Kuala Lumpur and Selangor visit him to install DaAi TV for him to watch, while team members help with the pressure ulcers.
I look at his wound and it's very clear that it's bed sores from lying there for so long. The prolonged pressure on the skin has caused a pressure sore, so I clean it up a little.
His 14-year-old nephew has been taking care of him, but he lacks basic health education, so the volunteers teach him some.
The kid looks tired and he's not as cheerful as we last saw him, so we're going to pay closer attention to him.
Even though team members have done their best to improve his healthcare quality, Sasi Kumar could not escape his fate.
About 5 or so, his condition wasn't that great, so his entire family came to spend the last moments together. We'll continue to offer support for his family members.
As Sasi Kumar's life ends, the family is of course saddened to see him go. But in dealing with the goodbye, Tzu Chi volunteers will continue to be there for the family to help ease the pain.
In Beijing, China, 73-year-old Ma Shiying and Tzu Chi's relationship began in 2013. Back then, he became a Tzu Chi care recipient because of his wife's failing health. Last month, his wife passed away due to cancer. When the volunteers visited this month, Ma was looking at life in a positive light, as he felt his wife was blessed to be able to pass away at home.
Ma Shiying welcomes the Tzu Chi volunteers' visit with a usual smile and then informs them that his wife passed away last month.
She discovered she had cancer on May 20th in 2013, right? We came to your house for the first time in September 13 that year. You were still living in the small house. Then we came to fix your home that year on October 1st. The next year, when house was halfway in construction, she had surgery, right?
The rattling off of dates plays like a movie in everyone's mind of their affinity with one another. What's really putting the volunteers' emotion over the edge is the husband and wife's deep affection for each other. Without his better half, Ma still lives life to the fullest. He doesn't let his agriculture work go to the wayside, but since the weather has not been kind this year, he's worried about his corn.
今年咱们能接那个玉米棒子的时候，能煮着吃的时候，您就富裕出2天时间，赶紧跟我们联系。咱就是卖那个，就是收入，就是虽然您这样还能比卖那个干的棒渣还能收入高一点，好不好？啊。
Thanks to the volunteers' quick thinking, Ma is no longer worried. Returning home, he happily accepts the birthday wishes from this group of people, whom he has come to see as his children.
我们帮到他活出他自己，然后他未来可以再去帮助到别人。其实他那个善良、勇敢、积极、乐观、向上的那个劲头，就可以帮助很多人。好，再见。
那慢点啊。
不出来。
Tzu Chi of Xiamen had a fever at the age of 3, causing limb deformation. He can only walk on his knees, and his speech is unclear. He once attempted suicide because he felt his life was meaningless. Tzu Chi volunteers have accompanied him for 11 years. In the last 2 years, he attends a book club and also does recycling.
之前这边去得了啊？
对啊，读书会啊。
过来读书会哦。
When he sees Tzu Chi volunteers, Cai Jixian laughs and smiles. He suffers from limb deformity and once felt hopeless and attempted suicide 3 times. Tzu Chi has accompanied him for 11 years. Now he participates in the reading club and does recycling. The Cai family was moved by his actions and have all become recycling volunteers.
人家救我，我救人家。
因为人家救我，我救人家。他说人家帮助他，他也想帮助别人。
哦，你们呢？你们也愿意吗？
愿意啊，跟他一条线的。
2 years ago, Mrs. Tsai became blind from diabetes. She can only see faint light, but she still does this work.
It's hard for me to do things myself. Now everyone is working together and it feels different as I feel good and happy.
Jixian's nephew also collects materials from school. Meanwhile, Jixian's aunt collects from another area as they all come together to sort recycling.
People help him and now he has changed and helps others. Yes, we all support him and everyone supports each other.
A caring aunt begins to cry when she thinks of the support given by Tzu Chi volunteers. To do recycling is now the joy of this family. Volunteers also help Jixian keep clean. He can even drive his tricycle outside by himself to do recycling with volunteers.
During summer vacation, recycling stations have become popular places for students to visit. At Xiamen Xike Recycling Education Station, the volunteers teach students how to sort recyclables, make vegetarian food, and care for the earth.
Xiamen's number 10 and Gankou Middle School came to a Tzu Chi Recycling and Education Station to learn not only about environmental protection, but also play games to better understand the importance of environmental protection.
The earth is the home for all living creatures. When the last board is taken out one by one, we discover that these things are not ours alone.
Doing it yourself gives many a sense of accomplishment.
Is this the first time I try it? Yes, I'm quite happy.
I didn't expect vegetarian food to be so delicious. It's so tasty and beautiful.
Using the summer vacation to visit the Recycling and Environmental Education Center lets everyone learn more about how to help the earth cool. The Wulu School in Chaoying Primary School sent students to experience in batches to undertake such learning.
I'm very happy because I can classify the garbage and make our planet a better place and reduce the impact on the environment.
We should use less electrical products and buy less things and create a better environment on this planet. This kind of activity allows them to develop more feelings, and after this experience in the future, they may better care for environment and may help them do volunteer work.
Even in the evening, second year of Xiamen experimental primary school children are being responsible for recycling under the leadership of parents and teachers. Zheng Younan, starting from third grade, came with his parents to help protect the earth.
I do not use disposable chopsticks in our cafeteria.
The weekly recycling day is already an important part of this community.
It makes me feel new or fresh. After coming and finishing this work, I feel like a new week has started.
Everyone who volunteers loves the earth. I may feel tired, but I'm happy in doing this work.
Joyfully working together, everyone enjoys making the world a more beautiful place.
Vegetarianism can help reduce carbon emissions, so a senior class at Tzu Chi Foundation in Kaohsiung had a vegetarian cooking lesson. Whether it was fried noodle burgers or Vietnamese spring rolls, every dish was carefully prepared.
Vegetables and noodles are turned into fragrant vegetable fried noodles. Then they are put into the breads and become the fried noodle subways. This is a creative vegetarian dish. The teacher also teaches Vietnamese dishes too. The Vietnamese spring rolls are so refreshing that these 20+ students eat them joyfully. However, there is more to cooking in this senior class. People who are over 50 years old can come to this senior class at the Tzu Chi Foundation to learn about sign language and dancing too.
Through learning and hands-on experiences, the students can reach balance with their bodies and minds.
With such diversified contents, one student who had to stay home because of her illness said she missed it a lot. Some people have attended this class for 8 years and have become the cleaning volunteers at the Kaohsiung Jinsi Hall.
One volunteer asked other students if anyone was free to help at the 7th floor. He didn't ask me, he was asking someone else. I heard it, so I went to ask him.
I feel the seniors here are very wonderful. When I come to their ages, I wonder if I can be also like them.
The elderly students are role models for giving of themselves. The younger students are therefore encouraged to live every day of their lives optimistically.
The parent-child class in Malacca, Malaysia, has visited a happiness center for disadvantaged children. Seeing many children in the center suffer from mobility issues, these students learn to cherish their blessings.
Volunteers hurry to bring the supplies to the Happiness Center for children with mental and physical challenges in the rain. The parent-child class of Malin community came with love on July's visiting day.
你们知道吗？妈妈要生我们 baby 出来呀，把我们生出来的时候，其实是要经历很多、很冒险的。
Seeing these children with both mental and physical challenges who can't move freely, children from the parent-child class have reflected upon themselves.
My mom will hold on my hand because she wants to protect me. They can't stand up to walk, run, or jump, but I can. I can bend my knee whenever I want, but they can't. I feel very blessed, and I will cherish the body my parents gave to me to do good deeds, to help more people in need.
These children should have grown up a little, but then they have witnessed something that they don't usually see and experience a different feeling. They can see that despite these children's inconvenience in life, they still strive hard to live.
The experience has allowed the parents and children to learn to cherish their blessings by seeing others' sufferings.
Despite his disadvantages, he worked very hard to pursue his goal. Therefore, we regular people must work even harder and not get discouraged when facing difficulties. During the summer vacation, Tzu Chi Philippine chapter has welcomed the visiting students from the freshman class of Tzu Chi University Medical School. Volunteers prepare many events so the students can bring home a meaningful experience.
The first-year students from Tzu Chi University's medical school have seized their summer break time to exchange in the Philippines.
Coming here can help us realize what we can do to help and what we can offer to society as a student.
This is a 7-year Filipino Tzu Chi volunteers welcome the students. Faculties who went with the students hope everyone can have a profound experience.
The most important thing is to cherish our blessings when seeing others' sufferings. We want the students to witness how some of the extremely poor people live their lives in the Philippines.
Halin Tzu Chi Senior High School students also visited Tzu Chi grounds on the next day. There was a cheerful welcome event. Students then went to UST-affiliated high school to visit and they communicate with local students in English.
I introduced the beautiful campus of our school and the activities our class union in English. It's a very meaningful event.
These young students also perform sign languages to show their energy.
How to make people bond closer? We can show them our enthusiasm first. How to show our enthusiasm? The key is not be shy and embrace them.
In a foreign country, students have experienced a different lifestyle and made their summer vacation fruitful and meaningful.
In Malaysia, Penang City volunteers went to Klang and Polokitan to visit city recycling stations. They exchanged their experiences with the local recycling volunteers and also encourage each other to protect the environment. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.